Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about the benefits of using the Zettelkasten system. So Zettel means index card or note, and Zettelkasten refers to a box of notes. And this is a note-taking system, the Zettelkasten, that was developed by Niklas Lumann. He was very prolific. He published over 60 books and hundreds of papers, and he did so to wide acclaim and in a variety of fields, including in sociology, biology, and so on. And he credits his success to using this system, which is also called the Slipbox. So, and I can definitely see how this system can make such a big impact, because from the time that I've used it myself, I can see that one of the biggest benefits is that it's enabled me to be a whole lot more productive and coming up with new ideas and generating a lot of ideas, and in making connections between ideas that I otherwise would not have made. And just being able to sort of like see everything in the one place, you can make connections between ideas much more easily, and see how they sort of relate to each other. And you can see things that you usually wouldn't have thought of. The problem when you're sort of coming up with ideas or coming up with something to write is that if you have to rely on information that you can immediately recall, or that's easily available to you in memory, then you're not going to have the advantage of everything that you've previously read. And so the benefit of using the system is that you get access to all of these things that you've read when you use the relevant tags in a specific topic. So you have sort of a critical mass of ideas or notes within a certain topic, and adding more things there sort of becomes a strength of the system. Because you can have so many ideas there, and you can have them sort of mixing in ways that usually will be kind of difficult to do. And with my previous, so I spent a lot of time reading. I'd say that I spent at least a few hours a day reading, and a lot of that time in the previous way that I've been taking notes was not as structured. Everything's sort of just there, and I had everything in Evernote, and it was just this massive pile of notes. And in order for me to access things that are relevant for a current line of thinking, I have to basically try to think, how can what are the ideas that are relevant for this? Whereas now I can just click on one of the tags, and that's just going to pull up a thread with all of the relevant notes in the one place. And that just makes things a whole lot more easier, because then I don't have to rely as much on my memory, but I can rely much more on the initial system of figuring out what the right tags and what the right connections are. So whenever you're adding notes, it's always good to make sure that you're using, you try and figure out in what context do you want that note that you've been taking, in what context do you want that idea or that sort of fact to be discovered. And so this is a really useful way to have these things come together.